Oh shoot, are we going? We're doing this? Are we live? Okay, what's up, guys? I didn't know we were like live, but it looks like we're live. All right, cool. I didn't set up anything yet. Let's turn on. Shoot. Okay, cool. Turn on monetization. That'd be good to have. Cool. And then let me do a start recording here, I guess. Well, I'll wait for a second until we start going. What's good, guys? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. What's good, Car Guru 8357? Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. So today I'm going to be doing some streaming, just kind of sketching, just kind of drawing a little bit. Yo, what's good? Lentano, what is good? It's good to see you. See, I'm just literally just going to be streaming and sketching, and that's that. I don't have any plans. I don't have any ideas. I mean, I do have an idea, but I don't know exactly how it's going to turn out. What's good, Jack? How's it going? What's good, Caden? What's good, T Burrow? How's it going? You guys watched the game tonight? And then also the game live right now. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of nuts. Can you guys hear the music? Hopefully, it's some music going. I hope so. Did you cop any DBs? I honestly didn't. I didn't even know they were dropping. I'll be real with you. I had no idea. Let me see. I mean, I'm sure they're all gone. I'm sure they're all gone, but I didn't even try, to be honest with you. Oh, they're still there. Oh, they still have the Vomero pluses. My size? Now let's see. Oh, my size. The Vomero pluses for sure. They got the Dornbecker freestyles. What was the Jordan? Oh, the 17s. That's kind of cool. I had no idea these even dropped. I had no clue. The Air Forces are cool. I like those. DNA8s are fine. Air Max Pluses are cool. It looks like they sold out though. And then the V2K runs are also cool. Yeah, I had no idea. Cool. I mean, that's rad. That's right. What's up, Buckeye City Soul? What's good? It's good to see you. 3LVN 1S was good. Was good. Them Jordan 4 Flight Club sitting. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. They're gonna end up outlets. I'm sure of it. It's a good shoe though. What's good, Pew Pew? How's it going? Ref sold the Bills. You guys hear that Bo Nix got a season-ending ankle break, like in the last 6 minutes in overtime? No one even knew. They just got announced, like just now. So Bo Nix is out for the rest of the season. So if they go to the Super Bowl, it's gonna be like an Eagles situation. So yeah, I had no idea. Okay, what's good? What's good? Thank you guys. Okay, guys. So my plan today is essentially to, I guess just draw the Adidas Travis Scott. I'm actually working on a video for it, very loosely. I barely started. So I want to do some research really quick into how we can, or what we can make the shoe look like. So what I wanted to do first was kind of do some research on, I've already made like a mood board and stuff, but this is just mainly because I want to refresh my memory on Travis Scott shoes. I want to see what's available right now, and then I'll kind of base an Adidas silhouette off of what he's already dropped. Let's see. Sub Seth was good from the Philippines. Thank you so much. The flights are good, I agree. Yeah, Bo Nix was crazy. That was nuts. That sucks, man. If I was a Broncos fan, I'd be pissed. I would be pissed. If I was a Bills fan, I'd be pissed because if he just got injured a little bit sooner, they might have won the game. That sucks though, man. Like injuries like that really. I mean, injuries in general suck, but that one like really sucks. Okay, so what I'm seeing, I mean, you guys can see too. It's a lot of like brown. There's some blues in there. You've got some. I kind of want to lean into more of this sort of rustic look, this rustic sort of vibe with like the browns and the tans and the backwards materials and kind of the hiker vibe. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then I also want to. I've already like in my head picked some Adidas silhouettes that I think would be good. So I'm just gonna sketch on them and see what you guys think, and then kind of go from there. So let's just run it, right? Let's just go for it. I don't know if I like that color. You know what? Let's pick. I like this color a little bit. Let me screenshot this really quick. Let me screenshot this. I want that color. And then I also want to screenshot. The British khakis are a color that I like. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. And then, wow, they're cheap. Oh my gosh, buy now for $198? That's crazy. And then, what's another color that I like? I like the Air Maxes. Where did they go? Here we go. The Air Max. This is one I really like. I think this one is probably the closest to the vibe that I'm going for. So now that we've got that, let's switch it up to. Are we gonna custom shoe? I think no. It's gonna be like I'm gonna take some Adidas silhouettes that I think Adidas. If Travis Scott did go to Adidas, I think it would be the shoes that he would make. So are the shoes that they would give him. So in my head, it's an Evo SL and the Control 5. I think this is a shoe that Adidas is like really pushing right now. I forgot where the camera was. This is a shoe that Adidas is really pushing right now. So my guess is that this would be a shoe that he would probably get to collaborate on. This, and then obviously the Evo SL is another one that I think is popping right now. So I'm gonna do like 2 Travis Scott versions of these as if he went to Adidas. That is my plan. And that's the stream. So cool. I got this drawing window up. Let me throw in some. My thought is I'm gonna throw in some. I'm gonna throw in like one of these shoes really quick. I'll kind of trace it and then I'll kind of draw over it or sketch over it what I think would be Travis-y about them. So let me see if I can find the shoe. I think I did screenshot the. Here we go. Okay, so let's start with the Evo SL. I feel like that's a good one to start with. So let me drop that in there. Can you guys see? Okay, cool. Yeah, you can definitely see that. That's giant. That is a giant shoe. Okay, so I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. There we go. Cool. I'll zoom in and sketch over this bad boy. Let's zoom in and sketch over this bad boy. Cool. I wonder, can I pop out this window so I can really see it? Let's see. I guess I can't. Not top chat. That's fine. Actually, top chat's fine. Okay, cool. Pop out chat. Here we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Can I? That's fine. That's good enough for now. Okay, cool. Have my window up right there. You guys can hear music. Oh, I've got 2 songs going. My bad. I had 2 songs going. Eesh. Eesh. Hey, what's up, Elite Pokemon Collection? Yo, TA. I said, yo. Yo, TA Vlogs was good. Shout out to Editor Tim. I think Travis should go to Adidas, says Lil T96. Fair enough. What do you think about the Coach Soho sneaker? I haven't seen it, actually. Every single sneaker I want on StockX is $300 and more because of my size. I'm assuming you're a bigger size, right? That's my guess. That you are a larger size. Usually larger sizes have are more expensive. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to go for it with this. So I'm going to create a layer. I'm going to make it red so we can really look at, see some color variation or kind of get an idea of like, sort of mark it up like almost like a test. So I'm going to kind of do a light. That's not red. Why didn't you go red? There we go. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do to kind of Travis size, is that right? Travis size. This shoe is to what's good, Chris 1711. I'm gonna kind of first of all we got to do the main thing. We gotta turn around the Nike or not the Nike swoosh. Oh my gosh, turn around the Adidas 3 stripes. We got to make them backwards because I feel like that's an obvious win there. So let's try that. So I'm going to just draw these in really quick and then we'll mirror this. Well, the one thing that's cool about the Evo SL is that the Adidas 3 stripes on this shoe, it's like a fuse overlay on the top, but then on the bottom half it's like printed on the midsole. So it's going to be interesting to see how that looks backwards, and obviously it'll kind of change the way that transform, flip horizontally. Ooh. It'll change the way that you kind of do things. I don't mind it. I'm not going to lie. Kind of backwards like this. Almost like, I like this sort of X pattern you got going on. Because Travis is like, I wouldn't say he's all about flipping things around, but he's definitely into that backwards look. Now, I'll be honest with you, I kind of like this sort of weird, like, so if we were to erase this really quick, if we were to erase all this right here and kind of just see this, I kind of like that, where it's like the Adidas 3 stripes are going straight down, kind of at an angle. That's kind of cool. I don't mind that. What's good, Sneaker Central? What is good? I also don't mind how I had them before, kind of like just like a straight backwards, and then maybe it's like almost like an X on the shoe. You know, let's kind of go for something like this. I like that. So let's do. So we've got these backwards. I think what I'll do is maybe this could be. Maybe we leave these fuse overlay details. They're just like a lighter color or a color that kind of matches with the tan that I'm going to go with. So I'm going to go with tan for this shoe. And then these become like a piece of stitched on material. So like almost like the off-white Nike swoosh where you've got like the the stitching detail, kind of holding them in place. So maybe that's like that with this. It's kind of like stitched in. And then this is like a separate piece of material. What else could we do to like Travisize this? We could add a pocket. Travis loves his pockets. So maybe it's like a, maybe I'll save this for the other shoe, I don't know. You could have like a little like stash pocket on the tongue. Maybe that's too much. That might be too much. Like a stash pocket on there of some kind. That's kind of cool. Or is that weird? What do you guys think of the stash pocket? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Maybe the stash pocket's too much. I feel like for a shoe like this, you gotta keep it simple. So maybe rather than a stash pocket, we turn that off and we try something more like, let me go back to this, Air Max. Let me throw this on here because I kind of want to see what this looks like on there. Where's the window? There it is. I'm gonna drop the Air Max. Ooh, that is a giant Air Max. Okay, so let me slim this down a little bit. Let's throw it up here. I kind of want to look at that and use it as a reference. Okay, so what I'm thinking, kind of, most focus on the side of shoe. Fair. You can do like an AF1 lace cover thing. True, Tim. I might try that. Okay, so I like the idea of I like these. Where are these details at? I like these a lot. That these little like, I don't know what they're called, like straps. I don't know what else it's called. I like the straps a lot. Let's see what else we can add here. I like the straps. I like this little detail here with like the lace loop thing. I like how this paneling is different than a regular panel on an Air Max. I think that's cool. So maybe, what did Tim say? Tim said you could do like an AF. You could do a lace cover actually. You could do something like, I'm trying to think of how that looks. It's just kind of like a shroud, right? Like kind of over top, just like this. And then the laces kind of come through, or there's some sort of like, I mean, I actually don't mind that. And maybe it's like attached on one part. Maybe the laces go through one part of it or something. Or it's got like a zipper or something on top like that. I don't hate that. I actually don't hate that at all. Let me leave that as an option. I'm also thinking maybe we add a strap around back, kind of like what he has here. Maybe it goes up and follows that line a little bit. No. Maybe it kind of comes out from here like a little fun little side strap that comes from nowhere. Maybe not. Maybe like a little side strap there. It kind of comes out the side of the shoe. I was also thinking, I had this thought earlier because I was like trying to envision how I'd make it look. Whatnot streaming anytime soon. Hopefully soon. Try putting the 3 stripes sideways. How do you mean, like vertically? I could try that. Really quick though, I do want to show you guys one thing because I thought this was kind of cool. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I was thinking like maybe if the how does he do like the Cactus Jack? Maybe it's like written like this. So it's like you have cactus. Cactus and then Jack like here. Maybe kind of like following the lines. Cactus. And then Jack. Kind of like that. I don't know if that's cool or if that's whack. And then I also thought it'd be kind of cool to give this like mudguard area an actual like, rather than just being kind of knitted in there, because if you see it here, it's like kind of, it's really knitted in there. Like it's just part of the upper. But I think it'd be kind of cool if it was like a separate piece of material stitched on, kind of like this. You see how it's like a separate piece of material? Maybe it's kind of like that. So like maybe it's something like this, like just a separate stitched piece. And then I was also thinking that like these, like I said, these would just still be there, but they would just be a lighter color. And then this could be just some like floppy material. Maybe it's shorter, so it's not like flopping around too much. What do you guys think about that? You guys vibing with that? We can even go for like an olive green or something. Try putting 3 stripes. Oh yeah, I read that one. Let's see. Let's try that. Let's try putting the 3 stripes sideways. You know what? Let's try that. So where are they at? The 3 stripes are here. No, they're there. They're right here. Let's try this. Like that. No, wait, that's exactly how they were. Like this? I don't know exactly what you mean, I'll be honest with you. Okay, let me try, now that we've got this, let me kind of sketch out. Let me try and, I like where we're at. Let me pull up the shroud really quick. I want to make sure that I know what I'm thinking. I want to make sure that I'm doing the shroud right. So let me pull up the shroud from the, Travis Air Force One. Travis Air Force One low. Where's this shroud at? There we go. How did they attach the shroud? I forget. Is it just like, do they loop the laces through it? I think that's what they do. Okay, so let's throw that in there as well, so we have it.
I bought the same sneaker from StockX Go and eBay.
My bad. Let me throw this in here. It's gonna be giant again, I'm sure. Yep. Cool. Yeah, so it looks like the shroud is kind of like just an extra piece of material. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of, I'll redraw the shroud that I have because I don't like the way that I did it. And I will change that up. Oops. Layer 5, it is layer 5, cool. Okay. Let's do it this way. So, extra piece of material. Kind of laying on top. Going for that shroud look. And then this obviously have some sort of like lace loop thing. Cool. And then I guess it's just some sort of like crazy material, right? Then maybe you have the cactus face on it or something, like the X face or whatever. Oh, sad face. I actually should grab one of my Travis's because I don't remember exactly what the face looks like. Don't leak. Seahawks came to play tonight. Yeah, they did, for real. For real. Okay, cool. So, I'm just going to run with this. I'm happy with this for right now. I think it's fine. I'm going to basically pick a color. So, I think I'm going to pick that tan from this guy. I think I'm going to pick that sort of tan. Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to make that the upper of the shoe. So, let's do this. You know what I should have done? I should have outlined the shoe first, but that's okay. I should have outlined the shoe first, but that is okay. I'll just fill this guy in. You know, I'm gonna outline the shoe first. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me merge all of these. What is this? That is that guy. Let me just outline it. Cactus Jack on the track. Yeah, that could be there for sure. For sure. The shoe with all the stuff you got on there so far looks low-key. That's true. It does kind of look off-whitey for sure. For sure, I agree. Did I pick black? No, I didn't. I didn't pick black. Let's make it black. Okay. Cool. So now I'm going to outline it really quick so that it is easy to fill in. I wonder if I should actually outline it with all the details. I'll do that, yeah. Let's do that. No, actually, we'll leave it for now. We'll keep it simple. So outline all the different parts. This is hard to do. This is very hard to do. Solid line. That's close enough. I guess we'll be fine with that. And then I love tracing. It's the best part. Well, it really depends. If you're working on a silhouette that already exists, you can trace it. But drawing from scratch, you can't really trace it. I mean, I guess you could. You could trace the shape that you like, and then. So that's the tongue right there. Get that in. Get this part in. There we go. I like that line, but got rid of it. There we go. Cool. And then I don't know how this part works. Oh, it's got these little bumps right there. Can you guys see that? So I'm gonna get these little bumps in there. It'd be cool if I made these lines all connect, then I can just what's it called? Magic wand it, and then just fill in the colors. But unfortunately, I didn't do that. I guess I still could, but I don't want to. Cool. You always gotta make sounds with certain lines. It's imperative. It's not gonna be as clean as I want it to be. I know I'm gonna like turn off the shoe underneath and be like, ah, why is it not as clean? Okay, there we go. That's fine. Okay, cool. So now fill in this part. Who you guys think is gonna win this Seahawks game? Last time I haven't checked the score since before the stream, but last time I checked, it wasn't close. Actually, let me check. What do you guys think? Let's see. Let's see. Seahawks. Yeah, basically the same thing. Basically the same thing. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so let's continue on. Seattle did come and play today, for sure. For sure. Okay, so now we're gonna go on with the, let me just add some more details, like, you know what, I'm not even gonna worry about that. I was gonna add some more details, but I think I'm gonna leave that and just put in color now and then kind of let it go from there. That's what I'll do. So let's just lay in some color. Turn off some of these parts, boop, boop, boop. Boop. Boop, there we go, okay, cool. Let's lay in some really quick color. I am gonna do this guy. Just always clean this up later if I need to. I don't know if I love this color, but what's nice is that now that I'm laying it in, I can just easily adjust it. Oof, it's not pretty. I'm gonna clean it up. It's pretty enough. Job done. There we go. Clean up some of these edges with a much smaller eraser. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. Oops. There we go. Okay, cool. So now that we've got that in, I'm going to lay in the color for the, I'm going to name this layer too, so I'm not struggling to find it later. Now I'm gonna add in the midsole, and I guess I'll go for the cream colored midsole because I do kind of like that. I also like the idea of it being like the same color as the upper though. I think that's cool. I don't want it to be like an exact replica of the shoe that we were looking at, the Air Max, but honestly, I don't hate it either. I don't think that's bad. And then plus, a nice, again, I could just adjust the colors easily once it's all like filled in. I'm just gonna turn off this outline so I can really try and be clean about it. It's a bit smaller. Man, I haven't done one of these streams in like years. I used to do these, not a lot, but like every so often. And I drop like videos like this probably once a month. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Place it in, then I'll fill it in. Cool. Now let's fill it in. I've been watching like a weird amount of Pokemon recently because my daughter for some reason just like is really into Pikachu, although she's tiny. So every so often we'll throw on like an episode of old school Pokemon, and I've never watched the show really, so I'm seeing like what all my friends were into when I was 7 or 8. I never watched it, so I never got to see it, so I didn't know. I was like, what are these people talking about? I mean, I understood Pokemon, but I didn't know exactly what they were talking about. I was like, what is this you're talking about? I get it now. Like I don't love it, but at the same time, it's not like, I don't think it's as bad as in my head I'd build it up to be. I was like, this show's probably dumb, but it's actually not dumb. How about some Mustangs running with the sunset in the back? Gum Soul maybe might work. Not really from Stance. I don't think we really got any inspiration from Stance. I mean, like, we looked up to them because they're a company that's done what we'd like to do, be a big sock company, but we've never like taken any like direct inspiration from them. No. There was one time that they did a ad campaign on their website that looked very similar to an ad campaign that we had done, and I was like, hold up, this seems like something that they might have taken, but I don't know if they did. They probably didn't, but it was very similar. Like, we had done these colors and called them our essential colors, and then they dropped in, like, it was maybe, and we'd done a photo shoot that was similar. And then I went on the website like a month or two later, maybe 2 months later, and they just updated it, and it was like essential colors for whatever. It was our exact colors, and I was like, maybe it was longer, maybe it was like 6 months to a year, but I was like, this is crazy. Like, this looks just like what we did. But I mean, it was like blue, pink. It wasn't like groundbreaking colors, but they were pastel colors. So I don't know. Probably not though, realistically. I guess I can do the tongue part separately. This will just be the, I'm kind of over this part already, so I kind of might just go into... there's the problem. Oh, see, that's another problem. Okay, that's good enough for now. Let me now throw in, of course, it's not colored in correctly. Let me now throw in these details that I was talking about. Hey, thank you so much, Jonathan. Appreciate that. Just asking because of the Stitches ankle button. Oh! You know what? That is kind of similar. It is kind of similar, but no. No. I think a lot of sock brands do embroidered details kind of like in that area. One thing that Stance does differently is that there's... it doesn't matter, you can wear the sock however you want, but theirs are, I think, meant to be on the inside, ours are meant to be on the outside. But small details, minor details. Okay. Let's throw back on the... I'll throw these red details up there so I can sketch those again. So this one, I think it was this one. What's on this layer? Oh, those. What layer is it? This one? Maybe? It is this one, yes. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do is first I'm going to draw in the see, that's cool. Like, that's a cool color. I should maybe make it this color, like this sort of tan. Like, that's already cool. And then we draw the midsole. Cool. So now what I'm going to add are some details. Specifically, the outlines for the black, that's way too big, lines, the Adidas lines. Go. Love Sins with Apothecary. Hey, thank you so much, Suspended. Appreciate that. Okay, there we go. Me drawing it. Cool. So that is the Adidas lines. Now let me throw in the Travis ones, which actually I wonder if I'm gonna make them like a special material. I wonder if I should make them kind of like floppy, like wobbly a little bit. Not wobbly, like look like fabric. Let me fill in these Adidas ones first, and then I'll do that. So let me turn back on the opacity all the way up. I really like that color, actually. That tan is sick. I might stick with that, to be honest with you. I kind of like that better. Let me color match this and then make it a lighter color. I think that's cleaner. Let's go with like a, there we go. Okay. Now let's drop, oh, there we go. Yeah, see, I like that. What does the midsole look like? What do you guys think? Should it be lighter? Or did you guys like that dark color? Oh, pink laces. That's dope. That's dope. I like that. Pink laces would be sick. I really like this color, though, so I'm kind of going to go for that. I want to make this a lighter color. Let's make this lighter. Let's make this a lighter. There we go. Okay, let's run this. Bop, magic wand it. Bop, there we go. That's clean. I like that. That's a cool, like, tannish. I mess with that. Let me also up the opacity of the midsole vibe. Yeah, see, that's cool. Like, I really think that's a cool color palette. So now let me throw in some colors. Some swoosh colors, not swoosh. Ha. three stripes colors. I'm gonna make them a slightly darker shade of brown, so that they kind of, you know what I should just do? I'm gonna just do what I said I was gonna do earlier and just actually do it though. So I'm just gonna finish off these black lines and then just magic wand it and see if that works, rather than letting them kind of be unfinished. There we go. Because that would be so much faster. Did I not do? I didn't do a line there. See, that's the problem. I didn't do a line there. There we go. Cool. Let's see if this works. If this works, we're golden. It didn't work because there was no line at the bottom. I gotta connect these two. Even though you can't see it, I gotta connect it. Let's see if that worked. Where's the break? It's right there. It's right there. In all of them. There we go. Alright, cool. Now we should be good. This was way faster than actually like drawing them all up though, I'll be honest. Okay, cool. So let's throw in this lighter, or this sort of like darker brown that's like not that much darker, but it's like kind of darker. I feel like that's the vibe we're going for. There we see, that's cool. That's cool. I like that a lot. It's like very earthy. It's still probably not the right brown for Travis. It's not like a Travisy brown, but it's close enough. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to put it behind what layer? Oh, I should label the outline layer, huh? That's not the one. Okay, so we're gonna call this the three stripes lines, I guess. Oh, well, it says lines, but that's not. Which one's the black outline I'm going for? Is it this one? No, is it 6? No. Where's it at? 7? Yes, it's 7. Outlines. Very cool. So what I want to do is take. Nope. Take the colors of this one. Call this 3 stripes. Cool. And put this behind the black outlines. I really should just label all my layers, but I'm not going to. Because I'm lazy. Like the oversized ASICS logo on the Invincible. True. I do really like that. I do really like that. We need them to look pre-cooked and unfinished. True, I'm going to get there. I am going to get there. Any chance a Mine 001 inspired bear? That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so now I'm going to add in the... let's add in this new, these sort of like pre-distressed thread, not thread, but like fabric ones. Let me see if I can find a material that's, let me check my arsenal of sneakers really quick and see if I can find a pair that has the material that I'm looking for so I can kind of like mimic it. This is kind of close actually. I'm thinking like suede, like a suede 3 stripes. It's definitely Off-White would have that sort of vibe. Either a suede 3 stripes or a suede 3 stripes. Excuse me. So what I'm thinking is something like this Saya Collective, like maybe that suede, like right there is kind of cool. Here's an Off-White, or not an Off-White, a Travis. I'll put that on the table to have. And then this is sort of what I'm thinking for the stitching, something like that towards the front. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. So I'm just gonna straight up use a suede. I'm gonna make it look like an unfinished suede. That would be a cool material too. This sort of like corduroy. That would be cool. We can play with that. I almost want to grab like a suede material. You know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw the shape that I'm thinking, and then I'm gonna grab a suede texture from online, and I'm just gonna use that because I think that'll look better for a rendering. So let's go black. And let's draw out what I'm thinking for these lines. So I guess I will just kind of make kind of an unfinished looking line, sort of. Not unfinished, but like kind of curl it up a bit at the end. because it's supposed to be suede, so it's supposed to be like not perfect. And then kind of curl up a bit at the end. This curl up a bit at the end here too. Same with this. It's a little too. I don't want that to be that low though. I feel like that's too low. So maybe I kind of have it come up higher. And then again, curl up at the bottom. So that like the more you wear it, the more frayed it gets. That's kind of cool. We have like a little baseline right there. Cool. Okay, same thing with this one. That's a little too high, I think. Maybe I should just... Let me get some suede textures. I feel like that's the move. I'm doing good, Owen. How you doing? Hawks up by 28. Wow. That is nuts. Like, genuinely nuts. I wouldn't have guessed the game would be that lopsided. I knew the 49ers weren't. Like George Kittle's out, right? But, like, I didn't know they were going to be that bad. It's not that they're... Maybe they are bad. I don't know. Maybe just the Seahawks are that good. I don't know which one it is. It's probably both. That's an alright suede texture. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but we can make it work. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to throw this here. Ooh, jeez. Jeez. Sweet. So, before I'm gonna first I gotta rasterize this. But what I'm gonna do now is it's not like the prettiest, but it's fine. Select inverse it and delete. Delete. There we go. Don't love it. Don't love it. I also like it's. They don't seem even at all. So what I think I'm going to do is turn off this, delete these ones because I don't like these, and then I'm just going to like Photoshop mash and like see what happens. Like play with it like this. Let me make sure I can chat up too. I don't want to put it behind. Put it behind the darker brown stripes. Also too, like once the color's right, it's gonna look a lot better. So you know what I'll do too? Here's what we'll do. We'll make it even crazy. We'll go even crazier. So I'm going to, I'm going to click this, right? I'm going to select it. No, select it. Jeez, there we go. Inverse, and then I'm gonna drop a. What's like a good? Should I do like an olive? Is that too much? Let's do like an olive, a darkish olive maybe. And then we'll drop it on there, and we'll multiply it so that you can still see the suede texture. Maybe I'll drop down the opacity a bit. Kind of. That's all right. I feel like the three stripes underneath, the three stripes colors are too dark. So maybe if I brighten these up, just so that they like, maybe even if they just mimic the, that's probably what we do. We make them mimic the upper, so that they're like more subtle. Maybe a tad darker. But that way, like they're not taking up as much attention. There you go. And then the suede three stripes are the ones that really draw all the attention. So let's call this the suede color. And this will be suede. And maybe it's not olive. Maybe olive was a bad call. Suede. Cool. Yeah, maybe olive was a bad call. Maybe we go for something more like Maybe we go for like a brown, like a dark brown, something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Let's go for like a dark brown. Pop. See, that's better. It's not like the best, but it's good enough for now. So let's copy and paste these guys a couple times so that we can play with them. Yeah, see, the problem that I'm going to run into is that, oh my gosh, stop, I can't get the stupid bottom of my, you guys can't see it, but the desktop menu thing is up, which is so annoying, because I can't get to my tools. Go away, how do I make that go away? Okay, so, let's try that again, suede color, suede. It's still there. I can't get it to go away. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, go away. How do I... It's not exactly what I was trying to do, but that's fine. It's good enough. I made it smaller. Okay, so now I'm going to move this. Oh, jeez. Pop. Did that work? There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. So we do that. Now, is that whack? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me take out all these extra details, and you tell me if that's whack. Maybe if I take out like the 3-stripe lines, so it's kind of more subtle. It's all right. It's alright. It's not the best. In my head, it was prettier. What if these are just white then? What if we go for like white stripes? I think they have to be a color. Maybe like a light tan though. Maybe they're the subtle. Oh, what if they're different colors? Is that kind of cool? Kind of like the Pharrell. The suede behind the solid stripes. What if the suede were interlaced? Oh, I like that. Interlaced is dope too. Light olive, not too dark olive. I think one of the stripes should look like a T. That's so. I actually had this idea for the. It's one of the stripes gets stitches. I had this idea for the, here, I'll show you guys what I drawn it out a couple minutes ago, but I'll redraw it. So let's leave it like this for now. Let's leave it like this for now. We'll see what happens here. But I'm gonna click in real quick. Ooh, that's funky. That doesn't look too great close up. That does not look too great close up. A little low res. So in my head, I was thinking, it's like this, right? So it's like, where's the camera? Trying to make it look. Okay. I'm thinking like, maybe this is the wrong way to do it, but and then jack like this. Or is the jack with the? No, it is with the C. Cactus jack. But that's kind of weird, so it probably has to be higher up. I do like the red, though. I think the red is the move. So maybe it's like here. Maybe it's like this is the... Or maybe it starts here. No, because then you have the jack there. I don't like that as much. So maybe it's C. Bop, bop, bop. A. And then this is the jack. I don't know if I love that. What do you guys think? The middle stripe? So originally when I drew it, I think I had it on this bottom stripe, but I do think the middle stripe's, you're probably right. So let's go. C, A, no, the C goes here, because that's where the little spikes are. But see, then you run into the midsole, so the printing would be weird. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Where did I have it originally? Let me pull up my original sketch of where it was. Was it this one? No, that's the lines. Was it was part layer 6? Yeah, it was layer 6. I had it higher up. Originally, I had it higher up. I had it up here. which actually I might like better. I don't know. Let's see. Pop. Pop. You know what it might have to be? It might have to move to here. It might have to be here. There we go. I actually think that, or maybe even, no, I think it has to be here. I think this is the only place it could realistically be in order to fit. So there we go. Okay, so with that being said, now we got to add some stitching details. So again, like the off-white, I think I'm going to go for, I was going to do red, but I feel like now that we've got the Cactus Jack, it's too much. So maybe it's, maybe it's, the red's kind of fly though. Like, you can't really stitch it down there, so it has to be stitched like here. Because you can't really like stitch it into the midsole. Maybe it be like this color. No, let's go for the tan of the upper. Why isn't it picking up? That's why. Reflected could be cool. You're right. I'm losing this. Where is that one? Cool. The Cactus Jack really makes it difficult to add the stitching now. I guess the stitching is more like this. There we go, and then the suede kind of curls up at the end or something. It's all right. I feel like it's a little much. I really like the idea of the Cactus Jack though. Like that was one of the original like things that I had on like sketches that or ideas that I'd had in the past. I had done a couple sketches of this, to be honest with you. That doesn't look Travis Scott, but then you add the Cactus Jack, it's like, oh, it's Travis Scott. I wonder if you get rid of the Cactus Jack, take these away and make these red, and then see what happens there. Maybe that's the key. And then that makes it kind of Travis Scotty. It kind of does, actually. And then we add the Cactus Jack somewhere else. I don't hate that. And maybe the Cactus Jack is like down the center of the tongue or something. Maybe that's the key. And then you got the sick face like back here. Like that. With the hair. Oh, it is in a circle. I didn't realize. Excuse me. Kind of like that. Near heel going up and down. Cactus Jack red IMO. Fair, fair, fair. With the Cactus Jack. I think that these are two like really cool options. Like this is definitely more unexpected, which I like. Let me try and angle it a bit more. If I angle it a bit more. That's definitely more like the unexpected one. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. What else can we add to this to make it like Cactus Jackie? Maybe if there is... Let me go back to the sicko mode face thing. Let me add that again. Where was that? So let me separate this. Oops. Let me name this Cactus Jack too, just so it's easy to find. Okay, so let me do the tongue now, because I feel like the tongue is important. I guess, so let me put the tongue in first, and then we'll add the shroud. And we'll see what happens there. Outlines, 3 stripes, cool. Bro, I'm starving. I don't know why I didn't, like, I ate earlier, but then I haven't, it's just like, I don't know why I didn't eat. Really, with the red stitching line, midsole outline would be huge. True, fair. I agree. So let me add in tongue. Cool. And then also there was something else. Oh yeah. I wanted to add in the that like suede detail on the on the foot area. I mean, not on the foot area. They're all foot area. On the that did nothing. That's not at all what I. Okay. Oh my gosh. Maybe this is too much. Like the suede up here. Like a suede panel. Kind of like here. Maybe that is too much. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe it can be lower too. So it's like a lower suede panel. Let's see how it looks. Even just the color. The color will give us a good indication of whether it's going to work or not. I don't hate it. Does it need it? I don't know. Ooh, I'm an idiot. Wait. Huh. Bobby. Where is that coming from? Okay, let's... What do you guys think? Bring some food. I'm considering it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm considering it. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe if I angle it, would that be kind of cool if it was angled? Like if it was literally just... The thing is with Travis's is that they're not like off-whites in that they are kind of they're not like deconstructed is the word I'm looking for. They're more like rugged. So I might be going about this the wrong way. Toe cap is fire. Okay, dope. Then I will add that. Shout out to Tim. Guys, make sure to sub to Tim too, by the way. Sub to his sneaker channel and his car channel. Cool. Yeah, I do mess with that toe cap. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it is fire. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring that down. Man, there's just too many layers, bro. It's crazy. Let me close this part. Okay. Oops, close that. Just so I can see my layers a bit better. Okay, I'm reloaded. We'll just leave it. I don't need to put the suede texture there right this second, so I'll leave that for now. Oops. Come on now. What do I keep clicking? Slant to match the stripe. I was thinking about that. I was, but then it seems a little bit too like... Well, then it's suede on suede. So what I could do... Then it like goes a little too far up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little too... How do they do in the actual shoe? Where is the actual shoe? Oh, here it is. Ooh, on the actual shoe, this shape kind of comes down and follows... No, this shape, that's a lie. This shape just kind of... Yeah, it doesn't actually match the angle of the stripes. Although on the medial side, it kind of follows and kind of goes down and then... Oops. It kind of goes down and then goes underneath the stripes. How did I have it before? I'll be honest. I don't know now. You got me questioning. Because I don't think it can match. I don't think it can match the stripes perfectly because then it's too. You're just not gonna have a toe cap. Then it's like this. And then it's like that. It's a little too like triangular. And even then, it's not an exact. Although, I think my last one, this one isn't exactly. Maybe what it is more like it's more sharp. It's just not. It's not going to be a perfect line match or a perfect angle match. It's going to be a more sharp. That's fine. We'll leave it for now. We'll leave it for now. Okay, let me throw this underneath. Where are the outlines? Here we go. Here we go. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to add in. Let's add in an outline for it. I wanna be the very best. No one ever was. Do, 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 do. Why are you not drawing, pen? Oh, it's the eraser. You guys want me to change up the song? Well, let's switch up the song. There we go. A little bit of a different vibe. Just a little bit. Sorry. Okay, let's add. Whew, sorry. Oh my gosh. I think I'm literally gonna steal this thing. Oh, you guys can't even see my cursor. I didn't know that. Okay, I'm gonna literally steal this strap. I'm gonna steal this. I'm gonna steal this exact strap, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna put it on my shoe. And we'll just see if it works. So let's take this. Let's rasterize it. Let's inverse and let's delete. Delete, delete. Deselect. Do 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 do. Pokemon. So why is that? Is there some part up there that I'm not seeing? Let me angle this a little bit differently. Make it a bit bigger, maybe? What do you guys think about that? I'm being summoned because she knows the game's pretty much over. All of a sudden, attention needs to be ran. Yo, good talking to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. Let me figure out what is causing this to have that big bounding box. I think the red seems to be more red on this. So maybe what I can do is I can just up the hue and saturation of just the strap. Nothing else. That's because that's terrible. It's starting to seem a bit PC now. Like there might be a bit too much. I think the shroud might be too much, but I'm gonna add it anyway just in case because I want to see what would happen. So I'm gonna draw in a shroud, a CJ shroud. Just kidding. Let's draw a shroud here. A shroud here. How does shroud look? It's kind of like this, right? It was kind of like. I don't remember how the shroud looked. Where did it go? Where'd you go, shroud? Not that one. Here it is. Okay. Okay, got it. So it's kind of like sort of hovering above everything. Okay, and then I want to add a little bit of a loop there. Tyler loop if we're going with the football. go. There we go. I don't hate that. That's fine. Shroud looks... You like the shroud? Okay, dope. Okay, cool. We'll stick with the shroud then. So now let me throw in... I guess we'll go with the same color we're doing here. I feel like that's good. If the shroud works, that'd be great, because I don't have to draw the tongue. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Let me take out this really quick. No, I think it needs that. I think it does need that. It does still feel a little piecemealy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what it is. Is it the... Here, let me try and really simple. I'm take out the cactus for a second. I'm so back and forth on that cactus. I like it a lot, but then you take it out and it just seems cleaner. Like, let me take out this too. Wait, where is it? But then you take everything out and it's too simple. I'm bumping the green screen. Then it seems too simple. Yeah. Yeah, you think it's a tag? Is it the cactus? Or is it the tag? Or is it both? I do like this, but I think it needs to be a different kind of strap. I do like the cactus a lot. I wish there was a place to move it. Like, maybe I can move it in between. Maybe it just goes in between. Maybe I don't try and line it up with one of the stripes. Oh, but then you run into the... the stitch. Oops, oof. I'll go. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this cactus. I don't remember where I had it either. There we go. That's where it was. Oops. We'll leave it for now. Cactus on the shroud. Not a bad call. Not a bad call. Copy it. Paste it. And bring it to the shroud. See what happens. CJ Stroud. Kind of like that. I mean, that's like the... That is what it would be. But at the same time, it seems just like so obvious. But that's definitely what it would be. Like, that's definitely 100% what it would be. I do like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. We'll keep both options on the table. We'll keep both options on the table. Okay, so do I want to add a strap in the back or no? Oops. That is the question. I don't hate that. I really don't. What if it's like really... Oops, nope. What if it's like really angled? Kind of like that. Oh, maybe. Oh. What if it's like that? It's kind of odd. I don't think they'd ever do it like that, but they could. You know? Use the friendship band as an X in the back. Not bad. Ooh, between the midsole and the upper, kind of like here. Is that what you're saying? Or we just don't put it in. I do kind of like it coming out of the back like this. How does he have it on the other one? Let's pull up our previous shoe. On this one, it's just, I mean, he does kind of have a vertical one on this one. It is vertical on there. Maybe I'm not having enough color variation in this too, but then you look at some of his other shoes and there's no color variation at all. So, I don't hate it kind of going up at an angle like that. I really don't. I really don't. I also kind of like it like this too. Or maybe it is just that. Or maybe we just don't have it. What do you guys think? As a design detail rather than a heel tap, fair, fair. Fair. Yeah, I don't hate it. Not as so we're just going for not heel tab and just kind of a nice little touch, a subtle touch. We'll leave it for now. I think it needs the color. We'll leave it for now. I just don't know if that's how it's gonna end up. But we'll leave it for now. Okay, what I think I need to do now is go in and just render it out a bit more. Let me save this too. I just want to make sure I have this. Because if this just gets disappeared, I'll be like, yeah, I'll rage quit the stream. I'll be like, listen, Travis Evo. Cool. And I've oh, that's why. So I'm gonna go in and do, I guess I should do shading first, right? Another thing I want to do is I want to add the texture from the Evo SL, from the actual shoe. So maybe what I do is multiply it, and then you see the texture. But then you, I need to find that kind of netting. Actually, if I could take it from the Travis, that would be great. Let me try and find like a mesh texture really quick. Mesh texture. These are all bad. Square mesh? Rectangle mesh? Fabric mesh? I could go for like a crazy mesh, like something very different. It's definitely more of like a square mesh. Maybe engineered mesh. You guys can't see this, but I'm not really finding anything that, I mean, this isn't bad. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but it's not bad. Let's try it. It's kind of dark, though. Ugh. I really want to just go with the mesh that I have on. You know what? I might just straight up steal the mesh from this Travis up here. I really just might steal this mesh. That might be the best move. Yeah, let's just steal this mesh. Although it's not gonna look good because, you know what I can do? I know what I'm gonna do. Shout out to Photoshop's generative AI. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to cut out some of this, and I'm gonna tell AI, yo, make more of this, please. This might be too much small, or this might be too small of a little segment, but I'm gonna try it. Rasterize. Select inverse. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. So I'm gonna move this in here. This is probably not gonna work. Inverse. Let's move this all the way to the top. I would say this is definitely not gonna work, but you never know. And then so I'm gonna copy and paste this upper. Oops. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna go here. And I'm gonna try generative fill. No, wait, hold on. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it actually does it. That would be crazy. If I could generative fill the mesh, that would be dope. It's, you guys can't see the loading menu, but it's loading right now. We'll see what happens. Oof. What is this? What happened? A Travis collab with Adidas Addy Star would be crazy. You're right. That's not what I wanted at all. That's crazy. I can't believe that that's what it did. No, what? None of these are mesh. That's wild. So yeah, I definitely need a bigger mesh swatch. Let's just, that's not gonna work. Let's go with a, oops. Oh, I see what happened. This screen is now my main screen, and that's why this stupid little bar is down there. Man, this is sucks. I guess we'll go for this. It's not what I want, but it's something, I guess. I don't know. Why don't you let me steal this image? Please let me steal your image. Okay, save it to desktop. No, downloads is fine. Okay, cool. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this, see what happens. Yeah, Firefly does suck. I didn't try Neo, actually. I should try Neo. I do have Neo, but I didn't try it for this. It would be cool. Actually, it'd be sick with a wide mesh. I'm not gonna lie to you. It would be very cool with a wide mesh. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a wide mesh version. I think that would be awesome. So let me combine these. You can definitely see that line in the middle, but whatever. Merge layers. Hopefully I can hide that somehow. Put it down here. The upper. Let's copy this. Actually, I don't even know if I need this seam. I could probably move this. I don't know. Here's the upper. Wait, hold on. Let me move this into a position that I like. Where's that seam at? Oh, no, it's not gonna work. I just don't want the seam to be right in the middle, but it looks like it's gonna be right in the middle. Whatever. We're gonna try it. This is just a proof of concept. Let's see what happens. Okay. All right. Now let's do multiply on this. Didn't work as well as I was hoping. I mean, you get like a general idea. I mean, I guess it does what it's supposed to. It provided a general idea. It's not great. It's not great. What if I just let it see the... I mean, does that look better? I don't think it looks better. That looks better. Okay, we're just gonna leave it. Well, that's fine. That's good enough for me. Okay, cool. So now what I should do is go in with some shading and stuff and kind of try and make this look more legit. In order to do that, I am going to have to start... Let's start with the midsole, because I feel like the midsole could use some work and some love. So let's get... Oh, let's get the midsole some love. Nope, that's not the midsole either. Where the heck is the midsole? Well, I labeled it. So that's where it is. So I think what I do want to do in... Oh, that solves that problem, actually. I'm just so mad at this, the way that now I've got this stupid Mac bar at the bottom. I'm going to drop the opacity of the midsole so I can see through it, and then try and get some of these shadows in. There we go. because there's some really nice shadows on this shoe, like on the midsoles, really give you an idea of where things are. So I think if I can really mock those out, I'm actually going to use this as a reference. If I could really mock those out. So what I want to do is first I'm going to actually draw in. Wait, turn off the outlines. First I want to mock this in, or draw it in, with like a slightly different shade. Ah, you know what's annoying? I have to do this first. There's so many like stupid little things I have to do right now, which is so annoying. Okay. There we go. Let's first get a color swatch. There we go. Now that we've got the color swatch, we can drop down the opacity of this one to there. And then also I want to change this a little bit. I'll make it a bit darker so that it doesn't look exactly the same when we're messing with it. That's too dark. Oof. That's better. Let's see if I miss anything in the chat. These are thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. They're not there yet. They're not there yet, but they're better than they were. I'll say that. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of bro, this is so much easier if I just do this. I forgot that I've got the whole thing already mapped out, so I can kind of get as close to that as I want. Okay, that's saved me a lot of time. Now let's do this. So the reason I'm masking this out is because then I can mask out the lines that I'm drawing right now. And then create more realistic shadows is the hope. It's thin and thick in the middle. It's kind of like thick here. And thinning it towards the front. And I lost that nice little like curve I had there. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so now I want to add. Let's just leave that for now. Let's leave that for now. And then I can mask this out. Select. Now let's mask this out. I kind of want to drop the opacity of this too, because I kind of want to see where the shadows kind of. Although I can just look at the real shoe in front of me and see it that way. So let's do. Let's bump this one up again. Let's color swatch that. Because then what I can do is I can. There's just too many layers I'm putting in here, and I'm not labeling them. It's just I'm making a huge mistake. So it looks like there's some brightness there. There's some brightness there. Kind of like the. There's something kind of like here. And then there's some brightness here where it kind of comes out. That's not a lot of variation in color, though. I'm going to be honest with you. Not as much as I was kind of hoping it would be. It actually is pretty bright all the way to there. And then it really gets dark under there and really gets dark around the back. Okay, so I'm gonna merge these. I don't know why I'm keeping them separate. That's just too much work. Seth uses AI for doing all his original human. Fair. Well, the AI didn't work, unfortunately, for you. And for me. For both of us. There was no AI in this. It didn't work out. But that's fine. Okay. So, I wish it did. I wish it did. Let's see if I can get some darker shadows in here. It would have made life a lot easier. Some shadows in there. Some shadows around the back. I think this might be a midsole back in. It's not the most beautiful shading job in the world, but it's fine. The blend is not as nice as I would like, if I'm honest with you. So maybe if I draw the opacity down to this and just try and softly blend it. There we go, it's better. That is better. Cool. Cool, okay. That helped. That helped a lot. I'm trying to go for a subtle shadow there. So now what I'm gonna do is go in with, I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna add another layer. I'm gonna get crazy. And I'm going to put in this little like triangle guy right there. That little sharp little triangle. Because that is a nice dark part of the shoe and it does add a lot of shape. So I've got to find the color I want to use. Let's go really dark. Let's go really dark. There we go. Okay, cool. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Man, this shoe looks busted close up. I'm not gonna lie to you, this shoe does look busted close up. But once it's finished, it should be fine. Ah, it's still a pretty thick line. Can't get this line nice. Please, line. That's how I do it. Gotta do it from a different angle. There we go. I might have made that too dark. That's okay. Okay, cool. It's up. Man. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's pop these back on. It is too dark. It is, in fact, too dark. And bring down the opacity a little bit. I'll light it up. There we go. Okay, cool. So now we've got some nice shading in there. And what I can do is I can actually go in and like just sort of lightly caress in a line. Oops. Lightly caress in a line. That's what I was trying to say. Which we're going to lose anyway because I'm going to draw over this with the black pen, so it doesn't really matter, but that's fine. There we go. Cool. Cool. So, I think this whole thing actually does need lower opacity too, if I'm honest with you. Because it's still a little dark. Ooh. Yuck. Yuck. Why is it doing that? There we go. Cool. There we go. That's fine. Maybe I'll make this more of an implied line right there. Cool. So the midsole shading is getting there. It's not great yet, but it's getting there. I kind of want to go more. So in the actual shoe that I have, it's definitely more extreme because the lighting is a bit more extreme, and I think that might make this more. Excuse me, bumping my glass a lot of place. More good looking. So, what's your opinion on the black shies? They're cool. They're cool. They're cool. Yeah, I don't think you'd be mad at yourself if you got them. Thank you so much, Team Stamina. One is the top 10 most. So I'm dropping a video on the top 10 most comfortable every day, and then I was gonna wait on the top 10 most comfortable because there were some shoes coming out that I want to get. I saw Elliot just dropped his, and his video was really good, and it's blowing up right now too. So shout out to Elliot Page. He's an awesome guy. I like him a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna drop it eventually, for sure. For sure. Hopefully sooner rather than later, to be honest with you. Okay, so now I've got the general. It's not. I really should just finish the midsole, right? I should just finish the midsole. I should just finish it up. So I'll add another shading layer. Why not? Why not, bro? Not sure why I can't see it. Why is it not drawing? Because it's on the eraser tool. That's why. There's a simple answer. There's a simple answer for you. So how does this... It just kind of folds in, huh? Okay. Cool. Okay, and then let me add another layer with some even lighter highlights. Put that in here. And now let's see how it looks with the... See, that's too light now. I mean, I guess it is supposed to be a... So then what I can do is get rid of that a little bit. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, cool. So let me throw on the outline again, see what happens. Is there any other? There is kind of a chamfer across the top that I did not account for. So I should probably put that in, right? It's not bad. We'll put that in later. I want to do the upper first. I really want to fix these suedes because the suede is just pissing me off. The suede is just so busted. The suede is so busted. So let me adjust that and make it look less busted. I might actually just genuinely just draw suede because I feel like the suede that I've actually gotten there sucks visually. So maybe I'll just do that. I'm not sure yet. Let's do that. Let's do that. So let's go in. Let's put some suede in here. Let's suede it up. What do you guys think about the suede color? Is the suede color too... eh? Let me do like a... Okay, let's do a darker outline. Yeah, it's a Travis Evo. That's exactly what it is. You nailed it. You nailed it. We've been working together all night, kind of trying to, not all night, but like for a minute. Trying to get a nice, nice cool looking Travis Evo. There we go. Cool. Go. Flop here. There we go. Cool. So now that looks already better because we don't have the stupid ugly edges anymore. I'm going to add in some lighter edges as well for these outer edges. That should be smaller. Cool. Cool. There we go. Okay, cool. So that's like the suede. It doesn't look great. But it's fine. What I realistically should do is just add some shadows underneath, so I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. Let's add some shadows underneath. Now, how would that look? If I did shadows, it would kind of be like, because the angle here is, okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see what we have here. I think it'd be really soft. I think these shadows would be really soft. Low opacity shadows. Maybe not that soft because they're pretty close to the thing. Maybe they'd actually be not that soft. They need to be a lot darker than that, I'll tell you that much. Let's go almost black. Thank you, I appreciate that, Selvan. Make it look like it's got some sort of separation from the... I might not be doing the best job. Yeah, it's not great, but it's fine. And because it's lower opacity, like the problem is that it's really not... That it's got a little chamfer there. See, that's the mistakes. I'm not making like, I'm not getting like the real curvature of these things, so it's making it faker looking. Maybe if I soften this up with like a soft brush. Oh no! Oh no, what have I done? Where did I put that layer? Where you at, layer? Here it is. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Where is it? Is it this one? No, it's not. Where's the layer at? Bruh. Bruh. I don't know where the layer is for the shadows. It's fine, I guess. It looks better than it did, but it's still a little too aggressive. Okay, what layer is that? Layer 25. There it is. There we go. I wonder if I multiply it. If we multiply it, boom. It looks more like a real shadow because it sort of shows off the. There we go. See, bro? That's what I was telling you from the beginning, bro. It's always gonna work out. You know what? What I should do, this is what I should do, because your boy is not the best at figuring things out on his own. I'm going to take a piece of paper, and I'm going to make it look like how I'm thinking about how it's going to look and see what the actual shadows do. So, if it's actually stitched on there, I mean, it's not too far off what I had. It's actually not that far off. Now, the edge is probably going to be sharper. Fold that over. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? I'm trying to like learn how to draw shadows, and I'm trying to figure it out. No, you can't see it. You can't see it at all. Okay, so fold that in. Because it kind of comes up so much, it probably needs to be farther from the. The light part of the shoe. First of all, the shadow is not as intense as I was making it. And it also comes up more. I mean, it's not that far. It's not as far off as I thought it was. It's not as far off as I thought it was. But what I do want to do is sharpen it up. Kind of make it come off farther. And then because this is an angle, I can kind of do that. Cool. And then this one, I'll come off more here. And then this one, how is that? Where's the edge? I guess it is kind of flat on this one. Cool. Okay, and then I want to clean these up with like a sharp edged thing. It's not that sharp. I want to soften it a little bit. Now it's kind of looking closer to what I wanted to. Yeah. It's fine. We're gonna leave it. We don't need to get too crazy on the shadows, because these are not it. Any shadow expert would know these are not it. I like at least kind of close. I mean, let's zoom out. Really not happy with them. If I drop the opacity a little bit, it's definitely better. Bro, I'm definitely going too crazy on the shadows. I'm using a Wacom tablet, a Wacom Cintiq 15. I usually just sketch on my iPad, but I realize I can't stream with my iPad. That's not an excuse for why this is not looking the way I want it to, but I'm going to use it a little bit as an excuse for that. Okay. So now I want to make this upper not suck. So let's do that. Let's do that. So now for that, I need to look at the shoe again and see what the shadows are with the shoe. I wanna be the very best I know whatever was. So there's like no shadows on the upper of this rendering. Okay, cool. That's fine. Let's add shadows then. So we will go back in and adjust certain parts of it, but let's do this. So let's go in with there's not a lot of shadow on this shit. Definitely something going on between the midsole, maybe a little bit in the heel and the toe, but not a huge amount. Bro, I'm getting white, but I really want to finish this shoe though. I really want to finish the shoe though, is what I was trying to say. So I'm going to. But it might, as we get later into the night, it might get worse. It might get worse. I'm just going to warn you on that. Okay, so. Let's get a really soft brush up in here. Up in here. Is there like a... The problem is that this shoe... You know, let's look at the shoe that doesn't have. Kind of a shadow on the top, a little bit, but like really not a lot. And then there's like a little bit of a tiny bit of a shadow like here along the split with the upper. But again, not a lot. Kind of leave one there, and then this one I gotta put behind the. See, that's not bad. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I think that's fine. There's gonna be a tiny bit of shadow right there, for sure, and then a little bit underneath where the, and then definitely under the shroud. If we shrouding it up, if we CJ Strouding it, definitely some under the shroud, under the CJ. You know what else I didn't add that I probably should have is I didn't add a overlay. I didn't add an overlay for the laces, which I should have added. I didn't, but we can always throw that in later. Okay, so I should really throw it in now. If I'm honest with you, I really should throw it in now. So I'm gonna do that. Let me turn off the. This is getting such a messy. This file is ridiculous. Okay, is it this? Yeah, okay, it's that. So let me throw in So let me throw in this overlay. Ooh, yuck. Is that not? That's the lower opacity. That's why. Yuck, I don't like that. Let's go even darker. Or do we go lighter? Do we go even lighter? Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we go lighter. There's some contrast in there. Do 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 Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Oh, you're my best friend. You guys want me to change the song in the background? Because it's been that song for a minute. I don't know if that makes a difference to you guys or not, but okay. So now we've got overlays. I do kind of want to add an overlay here. Where does that overlay like sit? Okay, so it does kind of come down here. I wanna be the very best. Now, where does that live? It lives over here. You won't be able to see the end of it because it is tiny. Cool, so there's that overlay. That actually does add a nice extra layer of interest going on. So cool. So those are in now. So I can turn this back on. It's all right. It's all right. Let me save it. I don't want to lose this. I really don't want to lose this after all this work I put into it. Save. Cool. Adidas Cactus Jack 2096. I was low-key confused by the stripes were backwards, so I saw the Cactus logo. Fair. Do a review. Maybe. I just don't. I don't know if people are really like. People are really feeling that shoe. To be honest, it's not a bad shoe at all. I just don't know. I don't know if it's. I'll be fully transparent. I don't know if it's gonna get views. So I don't know if I would spend the money on buying a pair, and then making the video, and then it just kind of not doing well. So I might. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, let me figure out where this CJ Stroud thing is on the top. Ooh, figured it out. Figured out what I want to do. I want to get Is the Seahawks game over? I'm assuming it is, right? Corduroy. How do you spell corduroy? Corduroy seamless texture. There we go. It's closer. What's the one I want? This is the one that I want. You're the one that I want. The one that I want. Maybe the shoe should have been corduroy. You're the one that I want. The one that I want. Cool. Cool, bro. Cool. Edit for transform. I need to make this like at least the size kind of comparable to what I'm looking for. And I think it needs to be like that size. There we go. So now what I need to do is find that layer. The layer that there it is. We've discovered it. We've figured it out. Now I need to find the corduroy layer that I just lost. Oh man. It's there. There it is. Okay, cool. So rasterize this. I'm gonna rename this corduroy too, because I don't judge my spelling. Oh wait, okay, I can look at what I had on the other screen. Corduroy, there we go. Perfect, beautiful. Select inverse, beautiful. Delete, yes, there we go. And then we're going to check this out. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I lost a layer again. I call this the CJ Stroud. Well, it's called the Stroud now. I was gonna actually call it the Shroud, but I ended up calling it this Stroud. Okay, so let's move the corduroy up a little bit. Underneath this Stroud. So let's multiply. It's alright. It's alright. It's fine. Yeah, it's alright. It is okay, I guess. Pink Drop, got lows. I don't remember the name of them. Oh yeah, they're called the tropical pink, I think. The Pokemon theme song is fitting because it's low-key a Pikachu colorway. Fair. Fair. Okay, so now I'm gonna shade the CJ Stroud really quick. Oh yeah, I did want to look up the Seahawks game. Where's my phone? Bro, I didn't mean to stream for 2 hours. I thought this was gonna be a much shorter design. Okay, 49ers. Oof. Ooh, 41 to 6. Let me text my friend. Okay, cool. Okay, let me throw in some shading. Now the shading here is gonna be interesting because Thoughts on the Flight Club 4s. I like them. I actually dropped a review on them. I have a pair. I do like them, but they're not selling out, so I would say wait until you can get them for cheaper. Excuse me. That's too gray. Brown. I wonder if the color should be different. I like those just being brown straps without any kind of like cord around them. So let me leave that actually as is. And then here I'm gonna do So now I gotta figure out how to make this not look bad. So I'm gonna do this. I guess I'll do like a, then I'll multiply it. So I'll make this there, and I'll leave a little bit of a light spot there. And then what I'll do is I will multiply. That's disgusting. I hate that. At least I can take out this color here, and then it's not as bad. That was wild that it looked like that. Okay. I don't think it's supposed to be that light either. Yeah, there shouldn't be that much color variation because at the end of the day, it is just corduroy. But what I do think would help, there's like no, I'm looking at corduroy right now, and there's no like obvious highlights. So why am I adding an obvious highlight? I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. I do want to, there's like really not an obvious highlight. It seems very flat. Although if I curve it, let's see what happens if I curve it. If I curve it, I guess there is highlights towards the, or it's darker towards the bottom, but that is kind of the extent of it. So, not that light. Okay, that's about as good as it's gonna get, I think. And then if I add like maybe a little bit of a shadow, like here, kind of. You know who would be really good at this? Steph Morris. She's such a good artist, and specifically in drawing shoes, it's ridiculous. So I wish she could help me with some pointers here. Because while my design sense might be alright, my shoe rendering, bro, I figured it out. It needs a friggin', what is that called? It needs an edge. But she is fire, so check out her work. She actually, the sketch of the Air Jordan 1 in the background of my videos is there. And I think she just realized it because it's hers. I think she just realized it because she posted a picture or a story on Instagram. And I was like, yo, look at this. I was like, yeah, it's been there. It's been there for like a year. Thank you for doing dope work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in a, what is it called? You guys know what it is. It's an edge. It's an edge. I really needed that, but I need to make it look real. So what I need to do is give it some depth. And how am I gonna do that? I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead. I guess we'll add some like, we'll add like a darker edge to it, or bottom edge. Cool, and then I'll add a I shall add a lighter top edge, obviously. You gotta get that lighter top edge in there, bruh. I wanna be the very best. You know what else I'm realizing? I'm an idiot. Because I didn't give it enough of a actually, that's not terrible. I think it does help to add that little edge there. I didn't give it enough of a the leading part. That's fine. It's good enough. Like, you can tell that that's what it's supposed to be. Whatever it was that I was trying to say. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That gets the job done. So I need to make the Cactus Jack smaller. And what I probably should do, in all honesty, is I should probably... Why is it not getting smaller? I should probably put it on a patch of some kind. What? Stop. What is happening? Why is it not letting me adjust the size of the Cactus Jack? Oh, because I'm on the wrong tool? Is that what's going on? Stop with the tool, brother. No, no tool, no. I just want the regular tool. Deselect. Okay, cool. Edit, free transform. This is what I was trying to do. There we go. I do kind of miss what we had originally. Sounds like I was saying something else, but no, I really do think that this would be better if we... I wanna be the very best. The best there ever was. Oh my gosh. I am gonna change the song. This should be, you know what? It shouldn't be a lighter color. It should be a darker color. Actually, the lighter color is kind of fire, so maybe it will be a lighter color. Is it a lighter color? So, where's the problem here? Where's the chapstick? You guys remember that video from back in the day? Where's the chapstick? Where's the chapstick? Bro, I'm getting delirious. It's crazy. Yeah, it's definitely better darker. And why is it... Oh, because the opacity is low. I was like, what is going on here? But it's because the opacity is low. There's the problem. Okay. So let me just outline this real quick. Because now it's going to be like that sort of sewn-in detail that you have on all the Travis Scott shoes. I do really miss the one that we had on the side. I think that was cool. I didn't want to kind of angle it though, so it doesn't look like flat, but maybe that's the wrong move. That's wrong. You know what it's supposed to be? It's not supposed to be angled like that. It's supposed to be angled like this. Oh no! What did I do? Oh no! Where's the thing that I'm trying to... There it is. It's alright. I'm not... That's fine. Okay, what you guys think? Deep cut. Why no boost? Oh, the Evo SL doesn't have boost. Shroud is interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm like very iffy on this right now. I don't hate it. I really don't. But I also like I'm not sure if I'm vibing with it fully. I do think it's interesting. I do think it's... But is it something that Travis would actually make? I don't know. What I do think I need to do, though, for real, is adjust the color of the 3 stripes and make them a little bit darker. Because I think that'll help a little bit. I do like that they are subtle. That was sort of the goal originally, but I do think they do need to be a touch darker. Not like a lot at all, but like a touch. Let's see what happens if we do this. Because then you get a cool sort of like X thing going on. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight I'm going to highlight these. So it looks like the curvature of the shoe. So there's like a lighter line here going through the middle and it kind of gets darker towards the front. Okay, cool. We got it. We figured it out. So I'm going to do the darker bit. Kind of like along the top. Because it does... Okay, so... It's a little bit darker towards the front. Cool. And then it's a little bit darker down here too. Cool. And then it's also a little darker underneath where the suede bits are. Okay, but then you also have a lighter part that can be found running through the center where the shape of the shoe is. So it's like here. So it kind of undid a lot of the... Actually, I think that's friggin' sweet. I think the shading on that really made it pop. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then this needs a lighter part. So this needs to be brighter here. Oops. But it needs to be like a sharp brightness because there's like a chamfer that I didn't account for. Which I really should, to be honest with you, but I just didn't. Okay. Let's see how that looks. I hate that the edges are so crappy, but it does look better. It does look better. Maybe if I drop the opacity a little bit. There we go. Oh, I did it right on the 3 stripes themselves. I didn't mean to do that. Dang nab. Dang nab. I gotta redo all that. I was so happy with that. Redo. Okay, so now I gotta create a new layer. And then redo it. But now I know generally what I'm gonna do. So... it's frustrating. Okay, I don't even know if I need to go that dark. I think I was going too dark before. I don't think I even need to go that dark. I think I should go kind of like a light. Yeah. I really don't think I need to go. It's kind of like here a little bit. Oh no, what happened? What did I do? Oh, that's what I did. That's what I did. Okay. A little bit of a darkness on the corners. That's still too dark, I think. It's still too dark. You still want some darkness there, and definitely underneath these guys, but not as much as I was originally thinking. And then I do want a super clean, sharp line of, is it shadow or is it light? It is shadow. Super clean line of shadow right there. Cool. I'm actually feeling this. This is kind of dope. It still needs a lot of work. But it is getting there. It is getting there. I think that I do need to drop. That's a little extreme. I don't hate it though. I really don't hate it. Okay. Love the colors. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to save it again because again I don't want to lose this. Okay, so there's other things I need to shade, and the friggin' suede still looks flat. I should do the suede. The suede is starting to bother me a lot. Let's do that suede. Where is the? Oh no. Boom. There we go. Okay, so now let's do the suede shade. Okay. Now let's. Where's something I can look at for a suede reference? So the edges are a lot lighter, and the suede is like pretty. It's like not very. There's not a lot of color variation there. I mean, I guess if I want the edges to turn up a little bit. Turn up. Then I probably got to do a little bit of like a little bit of that. But what that does require is some skillful shading that I may or may not have the ability to do. If you want the honest answer there. But you know what we could do here? We could do that. We could do something. I do want to redo this part because I'm not super happy with the stitching. I think the stitching needs to be lower on this one at least. There we go, and then there. And then I think we have a little bit of that. Okay. And then definitely some like stuff up here, some edges. Okay, cool. So now what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of lightness. That's too much lightness. And then I'm gonna drop the opacity, or maybe even if I'm crazy. If I'm crazy, I think you're crazy. I will multiply it. That would be nuts. That would be insane. Let's see what would happen here. Let's try it out. Let's multiply it. Ooh, ooh. No, it's not the move. Yeah, I mean, that's about the level of shading that I expect from suede. It does look more like it's got more movement to it, which is good. But it's not exactly where I want it. What I do think I need to do is add better edge detailing. Because I think the edges, I went dark when I should have gone light. I think I should have gotten light on the edge. So what I'm going to do is go light instead of dark. Because why go dark? Bruh. Like, what? What? Okay, let's try this. Let's give me a bright old edge. Like a real bright. Let's go hecka bright. Yo, you ready for some hecka bright edges, bro? What? That's not like Russell Westbrook. What? Okay, so let me look at this really quick. So if you're looking at this is a thick suede. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I want to have is kind of like some parts kind of coming up and some parts not coming up. Oh, yikes. What? I don't remember where the suede layer is, so I'm just gonna. That's kind of. I kind of want to be like a lighter. Kind of like that. That seems too light. That does seem too light. Dang, Nab. Okay, let's go darker. But not that much darker. Now let's go smaller. You guys are watching me learn how to draw in real time. It's great. Actually, I'm gonna thin and then thick again, so it really feels like a suede. And that could actually stay dark. Cool. That does look better with the lighter edge for sure. And then it has like a darker top edge so that it kind of. Oh man, what was that? What did I do? So that it like really sells the illusion of being swayed. I should have left a darker bottom edge because now I'm thinking that the shadow is not working as well underneath. Maybe that's the wrong approach, actually. Maybe I should make the parts thicker that don't have shadow. Yeah. Because of the parts that, Okay. So, did that help or did that hurt? Undecided. Undecided. I think I'm getting like too in the weeds. I think I'm getting way too in the weeds about some stupid shading. I think this is so unnecessary, so I don't know why I'm... there we go. Now I'm liking it. Oops. No, it needs to have that rough edge. I think, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm getting too in the weeds about this stupid shade, or this stupid suede. I know there's one other thing I want to do with this way, like one last thing. Well, one little last thing, just like one small thing. And that is this edge. Oh no. Oh dear. That's fine. I don't know why I'm getting too like crazy with this. It's very unnecessary. I'm not a suede drawer, I'll be honest. You know what? This is stupid. Why am I doing this? This is dumb. This is dumb. Okay, let's just move along. let's just move ahead. I'm gonna outline this all in black anyway. It literally doesn't even matter. It's so pointless. Okay, let's continue on with this shoe. So next up, I'm going to do the this part. I'm gonna give it some shading underneath. Probably unnecessary, but just because I want to. What the heck, bro? Just so it looks like it's coming off the thing a little bit. There we go. It's good enough, I feel like. Right, like it's a little bit of that, and then I'll give it like doesn't need much. That, and then I want to give it like a little bit of like an entrance area to get into the shoe. A little dark for that. Oops. Oh, I hate when it does that. Cool. Cool. Now, I forgot about this stupid sock liner. And then the other suede. Oh man. I mean, what do you guys think? How you guys feeling about this shoe? What are you guys thinking? Vibe, not a vibe, partial vibe, sun-dried vibe. What are you guys feeling about it? So, hey, what's up? Oh, Jason was good. Hey, thank you, Jason. I appreciate you. Okay, I need to do the sock liner. That's really going to help a lot. Then we can sort of finish this guy off, because I think I just need to stop. It's friggin' 12:17. I've been doing this for 2.5 hours. Okay, so let's get the sock liner finished up here. Where even is the sock liner? That's the thing. Like, where even is the freaking sock liner? Probably near the heel. Nope. Where could it be? Where could it even be? Brother. What layer is that? Layer 8. Okay, cool. So we got layer 8 here. Let's combine these two, because I don't know why I separated them in the first place. And then let's do one of these Johns. And then let's just friggin' shade it, brother. Let's shade it, brother. Now, because this is a fabric, it's not going to have like any extreme shading, I don't think. But it's late, and I don't know what shading is anymore, so. Alright. Well, now I'm overthinking things. Okay, so let's try this. So we're going to do a little bit of a undershade there. There we go. And then the back. Got something going on under here. And then this has an undershade under there as well. Maybe not as extreme. There we go. And this is, oh man. Okay, this is frustrating because now I want to go in here and do this, but then I know it's going to be, oh man. Actually, that doesn't look too bad, I'll be honest with you. It's not look as bad as I was thinking it was going to. Okay, and let's go in with a thicker brush. Oop, too thick, too thick. Got a little crazy. There we go. Cool. Cool. Oops, that's crazy. Okay, and then this one. There's some brightening that needs to happen here. That should be a little bit bigger and softer. There we go. Cool. Now I want to throw in some lighter colors here, just for some highlights. And then this is going to be, I'm not going to go too crazy on this part, because it is stupid. Although I might go crazy on it. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Okay. Here we go, and then here, here, definitely up here. Oh, what'd I do? Some highlights in there. Where else is there highlights on this thing? That's about it, actually. There's a little bit of a highlight around back. Okay, cool. That's, you know what? We're good with that. We're fine with that. Now I still gotta go in. I gotta shade this stupid suede in the front. Forgot about the suede. And I really should put laces in there, but I might just not. Cause I might just not. So let's go find this stupid suede panel and figure out what's going on with this. It's right there. Oh my gosh. I didn't even give it a suede texture. It's just like a brown panel. I wonder if I should give it a suede texture. Probably not, right? Like, it doesn't need one. Nah, it doesn't need one. I don't think it needs one. Nah, it doesn't need one. It doesn't need one. That's crazy. It'd be crazy. It's stupid. It doesn't need one. Okay. So, because it is a separate panel, it is going to have some soft shading on it. And it is going to have some shading. Because it kind of curves in there. And I'm going to make this darker and thinner. It's a more extreme shadow. That's too extreme. And then realistically, because it's going to have some stitching, I should bring a shadow in like that. But that's too dark. It's probably closer. There we go. Ugh. That's fine. Okay, now what I really need to do is finish everything, right? Now I just need to finish everything. The hardest part. Deselect. The hardest part. What I should do is I should redraw these black outlines, and I think I will. Ah! Oh no, I really don't want to, but I will. Look at it without the outlines. It is a mess. It is a mess. Also, I want to turn off the original under sketch. Yeah, I don't need that. Although it does clean things up a little bit. We'll leave it on. I'll add my own shadow later, but okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go in with a very thin black brush, and I'm going to just outline everything. Should I do the outside first? No, I'll do that last. With a thin black brush and just outline everything, and then we're gonna be done. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. I'm seeing things that I forgot to do. Where's the CJ Stroud? I forgot to take out the... My goodness, that is brutal without the... We'll come back to that. It actually looks better without the outline there. Where is that black outline coming from? What is that? What is this? Where is this? Where did this come from? Layer 16? Where'd you come from? Okay. Alright. And then we'll go in. I should add stitching. I will add stitching. Where did these guys come from? Layer 11. Gone, baby. Let me save them really quick. Layer 11, you're about to be gone. I promise. About to be gone. I'm about to take you out. But first, actually, I'm just going to redraw you. Oh my gosh. Let me do one of these. Let me do it with a smart brush. Okay. Is that more realistic? Kind of. Needs to be smaller. Smaller brush. How do I do it on this thing? Trying to make it look like an actual stitch, but it's hard. Cool. Okay, let's do this one. This does help though. It really does. Like adding this as like an actual stitch does help a lot. Yeah, that definitely helps. It just looks so much better when it's actually like not just lightly sketched in, instead like actually thought about. Cool. Cool. Let's go to bed. Bro, I gotta finish. I'm starting, now that we're adding these details, I'm starting to like it. It's not like perfect, but it's something that I'd like actually make a video. Like I would actually put this in a video, and I think I might do a video on this with like a different shoe in this one as well. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. That actually like really helped a lot. I'm not gonna lie. You know what else? I'm gonna add some light stitching here. Is it double stitch? It's double stitched around the edges. Effing is, isn't it? That helps. That helps. That really does help. Is that stitching too? Is it? It is, but it's stitched in a matching color. What if I do it in not a matching color? What if I do it kind of like, that's too dark. Okay, cool. So the stitching's in there. What other stitching do we have? That might be it. realistically, in terms of stitching on this shoe. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing the this. I think I might just straight up put this in there, like, whoa. Bro, I almost ate it. I literally just almost ate it. The chair just almost went. I'm thinking about putting this and then a version of this, and I might actually do it in a live stream like tomorrow night or something. I'm thinking about it because like I'm actually getting a lot done, and I wouldn't have gotten all this done if I didn't. I actually think this would be dope as a Travis. I'll be honest with you. I think this would be dope as a Travis, but we'll have to wait and see if that actually happens or not. I mean, I will definitely make the video. It's just a matter of like, I don't know. Okay, so let me throw in some more stitching details, and then we'll start sketching some lines. Is that double stitched or single stitched? That is single stitched. That stitching actually is ruining this part. Cool. That's fine. Okay. Now, there's no other stitching, right? Okay, cool. Do I add in anything else, or is that kind of it? Okay, cool. I think we're good with this. So now what I want to do is I do want to clean up this edge a little bit because that's really pissing me off. The fact that this is not like a clean... Oh, it is that. Okay, cool. So let's delete some of this. Round it off a bit. And then where's this layer? Where's that? Layer 15. Okay, cool. That solved that problem. Okay, cool. So I'm going to save this really quick, and then we're just going to draw on the outlines, and we're done. Thank God. It came out not bad, though. Like, it's really not bad. For, like, a sketch, not terrible. Thank you, Peanuts was good. Okay, so I'm going to just go in, thin black line, and we doing it up. We doing it up. I don't know if the black line's... It's not really cheating. I just like to add it to make it look more sketchy. It doesn't, not necessary. So let's start. Oh my gosh, I see why that happened. Stupid. What is this? What is this doing? What is this setting? I don't know what that setting is. The history tool, but wait, what? I don't want the history tool. I don't want that. No. Just a regular brush. A regular brush and black. It still seems like such a thick line. I should have made this sketch bigger, to be honest with you. Yeah, I should have made this bigger. It's such a tiny little... You know what? Whatever. That's fine. It kind of looks cool without, like, adding lines to it. Maybe I won't get crazy. Oh, I made that look dumb. My goodness. Did that help or not help? I think that made it worse. Whatever. I don't care. At this point, I don't care. Oh no, stop doing that, brother. Brother. Cool. Okay, let's get this last piece of suede in. I probably should, realistically, should be doing the in these inner lines with a thicker brush, and then, in fact, I might go back and fix that. In fact, I might go back and fix that. Because then it looks more like it's a separate piece. It doesn't really curve with the shoe, which is my problem. It's not really like, I don't know. It is an Evo SL, yeah. So I'm doing Travis Scott Evo SL. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I feel like I kind of made a mistake by outlining that part, but whatever. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid. I figured out the problem. I don't have to redo all of it now. That's so annoying. Brother man. I'm so angry with myself. I'm just gonna delete that whole layer. Yep, sorry. Bro, I can't believe that. I figured out I was using the wrong friggin' brush. So everything seemed like... See, doesn't it look better now? So much better. Like, it's just so much better now. I spent so much time. I was like, why does this look so terrible? I mean, it doesn't look like 10 times better, but it definitely looks better. I had the hardness all the way up on the brush. Now I still need to go in and like adjust certain things, like go in with a larger brush. But like I was wondering why it just wasn't working, and I figured it out. We figured it out. We solved the problem. We figured out the case and we cracked it. And we did it. Bro, I want to be the very best. The best there ever was. I want to be the very best. The best there ever was. I probably should have drawn this differently if I wanted a different like edge finish, but whatever. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that because now it's all gonna be able to see, and I want you guys to see the same thing, so I'm gonna not say that. right. Cool. So there's that part. Now I can do this part. Now it's just so much cleaner because I figured out what's going on. Cool. Hey, dope. That's awesome. Thank you for watching. Cool. So I'm just going to keep the internal lines sharp with this. Huh. Confused. How does that line go? Does it kind of curve down that quick? It might. That's probably better. Cool. Oh, shoot. Cool. That's a bummer, because see now it's gonna be really hard to cover up this issue that I have, which is I didn't do a good job masking things out. It's so annoying. Ugh. How does it come up at the end? There is a little end piece. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Cool. That's fine. Okay. Cool. That part's good. Ish. Oh, you're my girlfriend. Okay. Cool. How does that look? That definitely looks cleaner now that it's like outlined a bit more. Definitely helps a lot. Hey, thank you so much. Oh, from Bethlehem, PA. It's dope. Not too far. Not too far. So now I'm gonna do. I guess I can do the outline later. I'm finally getting near the end. Finally, after literally 2.5 hours, we're getting near the end. The Travis Scott. What's annoying is that once I'm done, I'm gonna see all this stuff that like really is gonna bother me. But I'm not gonna think about it it's late at night. It's not that late, actually. I mean, it's late-ish. It's late enough. It's late enough. Pokemon. Pokemon. I don't know if I'll just leave that sort of lightly insinuated shadow, or if I want to like make it very obvious. I'll kind of do that. Yeah, well, I'll throw it in there. Cool. That smudge right there really bothering me. Okay, so now let's keep going. What do I need to do next? So I'm leaving all the external areas like raw because I want to go in with a thicker brush. But also, I want to add this one last part because I know that there's, yeah, there it is. So, I don't remember. There was, okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm going to drop the opacity so I can really see where it is. Okay. Yeesh. Yeesh. Not as clean as I wanted it to be, but that's fine. Okay. Close enough. Man, oh man. I'm gonna switch the song over again for all my audio listeners. Oh, 29 people watch it. Yo, shout out to you guys. Thank you. I thought everyone would have dropped off by now. Appreciate you. Okay, cool. So, for all my 29 fans, thank you for sticking it out. I appreciate it. I think we're almost at the end. There's a couple things that I'm realizing now that I forgot, but honestly, at this point, bro, it's fine. I am gonna do the outline. That, I'm gonna be honest with you, kind of fire, bro. Kind of fire. I'm just not gonna screen. I do think it needs a external outline, and this might make or break the look. I'll be honest with you, but I don't care at this point. So I'm gonna call it. I'm not even gonna label it. I'm not even gonna label it, bro. I'm crazy like that. I'm not gonna label it. Go look at that. Boom. It's got a boom boom bow. Okay. There was kind of like a turn here. There we go. Cool. Oh, I forgot one part. I did forget one thing. I did forget one thing. And we'll see if I can make that thing or not. I already forgot what it was. Oh shoot, what did I do? I already forgot what that thing was. The thing that I said that I forgot, I don't remember what it is already. I do remember now. I do remember what it was. Okay, cool. It was this. It was that line there. I do think. Let me fix that. This was also supposed to be suede, but I haven't done a good job of making it look like suede. Okay, so generally I'm okay with this. Relatively fine with it. Did that outline ruin it? It does look more real without the thick outline, doesn't it? It does. It really does. But that's okay. Like, I mean, the thick outline is very like, that's what designers do. You're supposed to have thick outlines. You're supposed to fake these speed lines in the front and in the back. You're supposed to lie about these swooping lines he had coming off the shoe. That's all part of the game, bro. It's all part of the game. I'm trying to cover up some of my mistakes with some of these swooping lines, I'll be honest with you. That one is a little funky. That looks a little hot doggy. I'm gonna delete that one. That actually helps a lot. There we go with the CJ Stroud. I mean, that's fine. I'm like pretty happy with this shoe. I think it's came out nice. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. I do want to fix one thing, and that is make the line, the seam between the midsole and the upper seem a bit thicker. Pokemon, gotta get some more. Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that. I do want to not take the shadow from the original sketch and just draw my own shadow because it would be cooler. So I'm gonna do that. I don't know exactly how yet because it's been a minute since I've done this. always sketch on a stream. You know what? That's not bad. We might just stick with that. Make it like a fake little. Okay, what happens if I just turn this off? I mean, that's pretty much the same thing. Not exactly. Here's what I'll do. That's so bad. Here's what. This is what I learned from the internet. Is that you do like a like one of these. Oh, not that. You do like one of these, a much smaller scale, like that, and then you just adjust it, free transform it, and you just crunch it. Nope, not like that. Edit, free transform, transform. Where's warp? Warp. And warp this bad boy. But not, no, it's not warp. What tool is it? Is it skew? It's skew probably. Just skew it. Nope, it's not skew. It's not skew. It is distort. It is distort. Yes, distort it. There you go. That's what I learned. That's my word of wisdom to you today. You distort it. And then there you go. You got literally the same exact shape. Except, which is actually probably exactly how they did it for the, to be honest, like that's probably exactly what they did for this, for the actual Adidas rendering. They probably did exactly that, which is so crazy. I mean, they might not have. They might not have. I do need to make it smaller. It is too big. I mean, look at that. It looks exactly the same. It's because I did the same exact thing. For the website. For the website. I don't know if you guys are always saying. Okay, guys, I think that's it. I think that's the shoe. I think this is it. I think we've done it. So this is the Travis Scott Evo SL. It's all right. Here, let me draw some on that. Let me just draw a little bit of something on that. Just really quick at the bottom, just add a little touch of something. A little touch of something. Oh, nope. Too big. Cool. I don't like the 26. Is that bad that? Worse. There we go. Now let's save it. There we go. Here it is, the Travis Scott Evo SL. It's all right. I'm looking at it now. I think the shroud's too small. It's all right. Is it perfect? No. But I'm fine with it. There are things about it I like and things about it I don't. But I'm happy with it. It's good enough for now. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Bro, I'll drop the video. Oops, I didn't mean to do this. I'll drop the video, guys. Don't test me. I will drop the video. I will make this a full-on video. I will do it. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think it came out nice. Is it possible? I don't know. Who knows? Is it doable? Who knows? But I do think it's a cool, interesting take on what a Travis Scott Evo SL could be. But guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been a blast. I've been going for 3 hours. I did not mean to go for 3 hours. This has been awesome, but you guys have been amazing. I'm gonna stop the recording really quick because I did a recording as well. Yeah. Ooh, what if I didn't record it in? I should record it in freaking 4K, but I recorded in like definitely 1080p, which is so annoying. Yeah. Well, guys, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to shut off the recording or the streaming, and I will see you guys possibly tomorrow. Probably not, though. Maybe, but possibly not. Cool. Peace, guys. Thanks.